Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of September 27th, 2021. Well, I couldn't get that out. I am Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terri Morrow.
Hello.
I'm Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
Every week, we chat about the things parents are talking about, complaining about, and obsessing about right now. This week, we're complaining about how money comes and goes, and we're obsessing about kids' work ethic. We are also taking a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. And today, speaking of work ethic, we're talking about when can we stop? Retirement.
Never.
Who's ready? What are you going to do? Can you even start to picture what might happen? I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because a lot of the conversations with my friends lately, and I don't know if you're both in the same boat, but people are starting to talk around retirement and, you know, what they're going to do. And, like I have some friends in Canada who are going to come down to Palm Springs next month, and they're going to be looking for a vacation home that they can rent a couple months of the year.
Oh, wow.
As part of their retirement. And they're still like 5 years away or so.
Mm.
I have another set of friends who've like saved up a large amount of money, and they're going to be taking out a certain amount each year to travel. So that's their retirement. So it's starting to crop up, you know, like what different people are thinking about, because it's not that far away for some of us.
And even closer for others.
Yeah. I mean, if I was still teaching in the district that I was in, I could retire at 55, which is like really around the corner. So, and I just haven't even thought about it. Like, I can't even envision it. I don't even know.
Well, and you went back to school. You're like, doing the reverse of retirement.
Yeah, I know, because I'm like, I don't want to. I mean, I love what I do, and I don't want to have to quit it at 55 or 60 or whatever. Unfortunately, I don't have to. So yeah, so I'm continuing to work on my career, which is just at this age is kind of in reverse. So, but yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. And my parents, they've traveled, and they've now they're now just doing dinner groups with friends, apparently. Well, it's COVID too, but and then my in-laws, they don't go anywhere. So yeah, I'm faced with all these options. I'm not sure which door I'm going to choose. How about you guys? Have you thought about it? What it's going to look like?
You know, sometimes I think about it just because, you know, the kind of work I do, you know, I work from home, so I'm not in an office environment, obviously, and I feel like I'm not on staff. I'm a freelancer. So sometimes I think like, wow, will I still be doing this, you know, 5, 10, 15 years from now? Like, if this industry even still exists, and, you know, it's sort of weird. You know, when I think about how some of the people who I work with and who supervise me are probably 20 years younger than me.
Yeah.
That's wild. So,
yes.
Yeah, you know, I guess I don't, it still feels far away and abstract to me, even though I've been working like from home, freelance, part-time, you know, for quite some time. It's not the same as, you know, not working, for sure. So,
yeah.
And, you know, my dad basically retired a very long time ago, and my mom never did. She's 80. She's still working.
She's still working?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
She consults for various universities. So, you know, pre-COVID, she was flying all over to do that. Now she mostly does it over Zoom. But it hasn't stopped her from being in a bocce league. So
Right.
that's her big retirement activity. Well, and the thing is, my parents moved a couple years ago, again, like summer of 2019, so fairly soon before the pandemic hit. So their big thing is like, we need to meet people. You know, they moved to a place where they didn't know very many people.
Right.
So they're trying to be involved in activities so that they can meet people their own age. Because the people they know are their own children. So that doesn't quite work for...
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't really see myself stopping working. I like working. I like what I do. I'm very happy where my freelance career is right now. If, at some point slow down a little bit, but I still cut my hand in, that would probably be fine. But times when I don't have work, I'm kind of bored. I think if I was going into an office every day, I might hold retirement as a lot more attractive.
Yeah.
But I like to be able to make money. I've been freelancing for so long. I don't have any sort of pension or, money I'm going to get from someplace I've been working for at retirement time. So, I'm sure my family thinks it would be good for me to not work so much and to sleep more and to just take it easy. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not a take it easy person. Maybe I just like to constantly be on a deadline. It's possible. Right. So the question mark will be, do my eyeballs have the same I can work forever feeling as the rest of me does? Because, for proofreading and copy editing, if the macular degeneration decides, hey, you know what, we don't think you really need to be able to see anything clearly anymore, then I'm out of business. There's only so large you can blow up the text on your computer. And I mean, thank goodness for that. Oh my goodness. If this was back in the days where I had to be looking at something on a piece of paper, I already would be in trouble. But now I can put it on my computer and I can, expand it to the maximum size and it's fine. So that's the big question mark, But assuming that the eyes stay with me, why do I want to retire? I don't know. I'm fine. I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah,
Anybody
I feel like
work?
that's my husband. he's always going to be doing something. He'll always have something on the go.
Right.
I'm sure. Well, the other issue for us, too, is that my husband's traveled so much for his job. Like, he's been many places. And he likes to go back. He likes to revisit places. But there's not much left on his travel bucket list. So we're kind of, And then the other issue for us too is, do we ever want to return to Canada? Like, we're here for work, right? And our kids are here, but, do we want to think about going to Canada at some point, right? Like, that's another thought for us. Because we would love to be there at least part of the year and enjoy the cooler weather in the summer.
Right.
So,
I mean, part of me wants to plan to move to where my family is, my parents, my brother and sister. But where does that leave my kids? Like, do I want to be close to them? How does that work? There's two of them. What if one's at a completely opposite end of the world from the other one? Then what do you do?
Right.
So,
yeah. That's tough, and it's a big issue for us because my husband and I talk from time to time about moving to some place with, a lower property tax rate for starters. And, probably we don't need this size house and all that stuff, but our kids are going to be with us for the foreseeable future. And they both have jobs that they like right now.
Right. You'd be sort of starting over.
And they both have, good support networks in the community. And it's like, I mean, if we wanted to move, they would be okay with it and they would go, but would we be able to reconstruct that someplace else?
Right.
So that's a real, we can't just say, okay, off to retirement in Florida. Bye, kids. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
We're a 4-person unit. So that's kept us, probably tied to our house and to our town, even if we were to retire. And then, I do start to worry about finances and stuff like that. My husband gets a pension from the job that laid him off as they went out of business. But he was at retirement age, so they said, go take your pension, and he did. But then he's still working, and it's like, because I'm a freelancer, he's working, gets me my insurance, so he can't really retire until I'm Medicare age, which is coming up, but still. So there's all these sort of calculations. He might like to retire, but if his retirement plan is sitting on the couch watching 70s and 80s TV forever, 60s, and he watches old TV shows. I'm not happy with that retirement plan.
Yeah. I think my husband would be happy retiring if he didn't feel, financially that was obviously not a good idea. But yeah, then he would be even more underfoot than he already is.
It's like, I love you, babe. Nice to have you around the house when you have these vacations, but if this were a permanent thing, you would need to have to find a part-time job or a volunteer gig or something. Because, as we're going to talk about later this week, you need a reason to get up in the morning. You need something to do and somebody depending on you and someplace to go. Or else, pretty soon you are an inert mass on the couch.
Right.
And your wife has, melted into a puddle of frustration. So, and nobody wants that.
No. Exactly.
Well, we may or may not be ready to retire from our work, but I think we're about ready to retire from this episode.
Sure.
That's it for today's round 1. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.